Even though my speech today is a stir to action speech, I'm going to do a stir to inaction speech because it's about downloading music. So I know that some of you were thinking, oh, why is she going to give this? I don't download music. But I know there's a lot of people who do music, movies, TV shows, copyrighted material. And so tonight, I'm going to give you 4 good reasons why you shouldn't do that. First of all, it's just against the law. Even though it's just information on the computer, oh, it's just pixels, it's not, real material, it's still stealing. So not only does God say not to steal in the 10 Commandments, but also in Romans it says to obey those in authority, and our government laws prohibit downloading copyrighted material. So it may sound harsh, but downloading music or movies you didn't pay for is sinning. Second, so you might ask, why is it against the law? Well, it's because people made that music and they want to get money for it. So essentially what you're doing if you download music is you're going to a CD store, you're picking up a CD, and you're walking out of the store without paying for it. When you download a movie, essentially what you're doing is you're going to a movie store, picking up the DVD, and walking out with it. So also, again, the Bible, do to others what you would have them to do unto you. So if you're the singer on the album, do you want people just picking up your CD and walking away with it, or would you want to get money for it? That's how they make their living. Number 3, this is probably the thing that will hit most of you the hardest, is that you could get prosecuted. So I got some examples from cases that have happened before. The first private downloading music case, private as in just to an individual person, not to a company or a website, was in September 2003. And just 1 year later, 4,000 regular people had been sued for downloading music. And then another 2 years later, record company attorneys had threatened and sued more than 18,000 people. So why do record labels just target individual people and not the websites or the programs that are running it? It's because it's just easier to sue them. If a record company can find who's downloading off the site, they'll target the people who are downloading it instead of the site. It's just easier to sue them. So after 1 year of the cases, 1 year after the cases started, more than 800 people had just settled their cases outside of court by paying $3,000 and promising to delete their music. If they lost in court, they paid $7,000 or more. There's an example I read from one California newspaper. It's just this regular guy. He had to pay $11,000, and so he refinanced his home. And if legal papers are sent to your home and saying you have to go to court about this and you just ignore them, you have to pay more than $4,500. So, and fourth, after what I said about getting the fines, about it being illegal, and especially about it being against God's laws, wouldn't you just feel guilty? It hurts your integrity. How could you possibly feel good about your witness if you knowingly and repeatedly broke a commandment? Is it worth your clear conscience to save 10 bucks? So, what I'm getting to is I hope this stirred you to inaction, but also, on the other hand, I'd like you to stir you to action, to go home and delete your music. You might say, oh, but it's not worth it, this is a dumb song, it's not really worth 99 cents from iTunes, Well, if it's a dumb song, why do you have it? So you can delete your music, you can, buy your music instead and help those people, the bands that you like, support them. I got distracted. So support the people that the music you like. It's just a thing to do. It's how they're earning money. And also, I'd like to stir you to the action of telling your friends about this. Some of you don't download your music. You get it all legally, and you're like, oh, why is she telling me this? Well, you probably have friends who do. I have a lot of friends